Hello, friends and family. So I promised I would be giving some updates, and the day has just flown by here. I'm recording this late afternoon here in Spain, and a day of lots of emotions, up and down. I promised some updates because I do continue to think that I think I said last time, about 4 or 5 days ahead of the U.S. in terms of the patterns that we're seeing for the coronavirus epidemic, or pandemia, I guess is the word. Pandemic. I get mixed up because in Spanish it's pandemia. I think it's pandemic in English. But I continue to think that's pretty true, just based on the patterns that we've seen in China and then Italy. And Spain was about 4, 5, 6 days behind Italy. And it looks to me like what's happening in UK and USA is about, you guys are about 3 to 5 days out from where we are. So, latest news. Well, first of all, let me just say, I just left our balcony, which I showed in my previous video. 8 o'clock at night, the sun was just set, and everyone comes out on the balcony all over the city and is just applauding and clapping for all the people that are working hard. Primarily the medical personnel, and it's just an amazing emotional moment. Like, I just feel proud to be a part of a country that's struggling together to overcome this. And it really does feel like a war, where you have these intense moments of like doubt and fear, and then other moments of just unity amongst the people, and just feeling like, wow. It really reminds me of what we see from the beginning of Genesis, now in the Bible, that humanity has a spark of the divine. We're made in the image of God, but at the same time, we're living in a fallen world, and that starts inside of us now. So just coming off the balcony, everyone's cheering and clapping, and everyone's banging pots and pans and just cheering for the medical personnel of our city and our country here in Spain. And it's just an emotional moment. It makes you almost want to cry. But on the other hand, you could almost want to cry based on what's happened today in terms of the spread of the coronavirus. Spain announced this morning. Well, I found out this morning that as of midnight, they closed all their borders to non-commercial traffic. Prior to that, we were kind of like a universal receptor. Yeah, bring us whoever you want. We don't care because we've got the thing. But I guess now they're saying, not only are we not allowed to send people somewhere else, but we're also not allowed to receive people. And again, all of this is related to the whole concept of trying to reduce the spike by any kind of reduction of social interaction, spreading of the virus. So something I didn't mention last time, which maybe I should have emphasized, because it seems like the USA, there's still people who are, in my mind, not really taking seriously the idea of social distancing, saying, well, we can still go out and do what we want or whatever. And really, I guess what I would emphasize is that it's not based on symptoms, because studies are coming out now. I'm reading scientific stuff from Johns Hopkins and others, that 50 to 75% of people are asymptomatic, which means that you're spreading the disease even though you have absolutely no symptoms. So, really, in terms of being loving to, even if you feel like a young, healthy person, and you're not gonna, you're one of the almost 0% of people that would die. Being loving, would be the loving thing would be to, stay in your house and not spread the disease to others, and try to reduce that spike so that the health systems can keep up with the new cases. So yeah, the number of confirmed cases in Spain has been multiplying every 3 days, roughly. We're now up to, well, as of this morning, it was like 11,000 or 10,000 something, and as of tonight, it's almost 12,000. So you get the idea. So we're maintaining a lockdown, and they've increasing the strictness of that. Initially, they were saying, only go out of your house for, grocery shopping or pharmacies, or necessary work. Well, now they're cracking down on what is necessary work. They're setting up some police controls, and yeah, so Madrid is, big metropolitan areas where it started. They remain the area with the highest number of cases, close to 5,000 now. Death toll has risen to 500. Um, and again, when you think about, like, well, okay, so there's 12,000, close to 12,000 confirmed cases, but the death toll is only 500, and it's part of me, at least. I don't know if anybody else has this. You're kind of calculating, well, but lots of people are dying of all kinds of things, cancer and so on and so forth. Is it worth shutting down an entire country and economy? But the point is reducing this contagiousness, because the death toll, is really can really take off if the health systems collapse. So anyway, that's where we are in terms of Spain as a country, and I just want to say, appreciate your prayers, continued prayers for us. I went out for the first time today to the grocery store, and maybe I'll tell that story a little bit later. But it was interesting psychologically that I went out. I'm not a person that's prone to a lot of, fear or that kind of thing, but going out with my mask, with my gloves on, seeing, other people with masks and gloves, and you're going into the grocery store, and, I went for like just a couple of things, and all of a sudden I'm like, filling my cart, frantically. So that's kind of the psychology of it, that has to be battled. And I was surprised at my own reaction, really, to be honest with you. But anyway, yeah, please, keep praying. Take seriously the warnings of your government. In fact, some of the things I'm seeing, I mean, I just could not believe. I heard that, what some of the requirements of UK seem very light. I think I heard that New York City was not even shutting down schools, and I just don't understand that. Like, why would you, when the young people are probably the most likely to spread the contagion? I just think the spike in metropolitan areas is going to be huge over the next, couple of days. So anyway, just, yeah, praying for you guys on both sides of the ocean here, asking for prayers for us, and I'll keep, everybody updated. Thanks so much.